Hi guys, we're back. Okay, we're adding things frantically because we want this to get done. So, oh, I just broke on that lid.
That's all right, the lid won't care.
Sorry guys. Okay, so we've added 1 minced jalapeno. We've added cumin, paprika, and I'm gonna add a little bit more garam masala to this before we add some more fun stuff. And 1 more teaspoon of this, there we go.
And that paprika has given us that really beautiful color. And we were talking about clarified butter, because I was like, do you have to use it? Because I've never bought it before, but I certainly will now.
Oh yeah.
Because apparently, it has a much higher smoke point, so it doesn't brown, it doesn't burn as much on you.
No, I'm reading, you keep talking.
And its smoke point is, what did we say that was, 482? 482 degrees, and regular butter, 302. What a difference. I mean, that is just crazy.
What a difference a day makes.
There's a rainbow before me.
Guys, just so you know, this rice cauliflower ain't gonna be done. I'm sorry, it is what it is.
That's all right. Sometimes it just doesn't go just like clockwork.
Sometimes, oh, and I just dipped my, do we have a rag? Are we out of rags now?
You got me.
Okay, I'll use her.
You know,
oh, there it is over there, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, oh, got it, okay. Okay, do you think that's sauteed enough, long enough?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we're gonna add, oh, you know what, I didn't measure this though. I did bring a measuring cup. Look at me trying to add things without adding. We're gonna add tomato sauce, sorry. Tomato sauce, 1 cup. Let's see how much this is. Oh, that's exactly 1 cup.
It is so wonderful to sit here and just stir and smell the goodness. He's having to worry about the recipe. I like this balance. This is a great balance.
We're adding a cup of heavy cream.
Okay, now, at home, you might want to simmer this a little bit more, because with canned tomato sauce, right?
Oh, right.
You need to let it simmer a little bit more to get that kind of metal taste from the can out a little bit.
I'm so sorry, we don't have time.
No, we're gonna be fine. I'm fine eating pennies. It's no big deal.
What are you trying to say about our chicken dish?
No, it's gonna be good. You know why? Because you just added some heavy cream.
Okay, there we go. Bring that to a simmer. Okay, and then we're gonna add the chicken back.
Okay, I'll let you know when it's simmering.
I thought we'd have plenty of time, Beth, and look at this.
It's gonna be fine. It's all gonna work out. If we have to go, we'll tell y'all how it tastes, and we'll just take it over to the couch.
Yeah, we'll just have to give you a review later.
It's gonna be just fine. This is already looking beautiful.
What a difference a day makes. Sorry, that song is in my head now.
It's true. You know what? My mother-in-law, that is her motto. Anytime I'm going through a hard time, or anybody is, she'll say, just wait a day. What a difference a day makes.
You know what my favorite saying is on that too? Like, you're waiting a day, sleep on it.
Sleep on it.
Sleep on it. You will, when you're in an emotional state and you're upset, whether it be happy or sad or depressed or whatever, if you can just say, you know what? I'm gonna put this off till tomorrow. Let me sleep on it.
Yes, I'm not gonna react.
Yes.
Do you know, my sister, her daughter's in sports, and one of her daughter's coaches, it's a rule. They tell the parents you cannot talk to a coach until 24 hours after a game.
That is so smart.
Isn't that brilliant? Yeah.
So smart.
Yeah, for that very reason.
Okay, now we need to add the chicken back in, but it said to bring to a simmer. Do you think that's simmering yet?
I don't, but you know, a watch pot. Oh, no. I was gonna say a watch pot never boils, but there it is boiling. Okay, here we go.
Add the chicken. And the color's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Producer Jake, I'm just gonna tell you this right now. If this is good, I'm making this for dinner tonight.
Oh.
Not even kidding. Because I can't get over the sheer ingredients of what we put in here. It makes me very happy.
Yes. It's beautiful.
And that sauce.
And it really isn't hard. I mean, this has just been, of course I'm saying that, he's the one. I'm like, it's not hard, guys. You just stand here and
Cut to me stressing out, Beth. Cut to me sweating right now.
You're sweating over the color. Oh, look, that's
getting there.
Okay.
It's getting there.
It's gonna be fine. And this is already boiling because the chicken was already hot.
And the good news too is we took the chicken out, but the chicken was so hot, it's still cooking itself over there. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
It's not sitting there not cooking. It's hot and it's cooking.
Speaking of clarified butter, let's clarify when we said use the dipping sauce. Don't use the sauce as dipping sauce if there's raw chicken in it.
Right. Jake came down and said, you didn't say use the chicken dipping sauce. No. Make it separate.
Right.
As a dipping sauce.
Definitely.
Not the one that we already put the raw chicken in.
That's right. That's the small print, but we just made it big print for you.
Yes, because we don't want anybody making it and putting raw chicken in their dipping sauce.
Yes.
No.
Okay, we're simmering away. So once this is up to simmer, is it ready to go?
Simmer down now.
Simmer down now.
Sorry, that's one of my favorite sketches on SNL also. Simmer down now.
Simmer down.
Simmer down.
Simmer down now.
Okay, the good news is I think the rice will be ready.
I told you, everything's gonna work out.
But here's the bad news, we only have 3 minutes. Do you think it's gonna be so hot that we won't be able to eat it?
No, because we just pretend. That's how you do it on TV. You put it in your mouth and you let your eyes water and you smile through it. okay,
That
we'll
is
take
the
little
truth.
bites. It'll be fine.
So you know what I think I'm gonna do, Miss Beth?
What? I'll take
Since
that.
it's close, I'm gonna go ahead and use this as our presentation plate.
Love it. Okay.
And I'm hoping this cauliflower is cooked enough.
This is gonna cook it when it's sitting on it because this
Yes.
is still so hot.
So here's what I'm gonna do. Put this right here on this one side,
Oh, he's going with a half and half approach.
half and half, and then I'm gonna take
Okay.
this spoon, I'm gonna turn these off now. And then, Miss Beth, would you get that little canister of parsley back there?
Yes. Just like that, you guys, dinner's done.
Dinner's done, man.
Oh, this is gonna be great. And a pretty little sprinkle of parsley.
Yes, so then okay, Adam, I'm gonna move this over here so you can get a good shot.
Oops.
And then we're gonna sprinkle some parsley on this. Look at that, would you look at that?
There we go. Would you just look at it?
Would you look at that? Oh,
It's beautiful.
that is heaven!
There it is.
That looks really good.
Nice choice, Jake. Great cooking, Jeremy. It's
Yes.
gonna be yummy.
There you go. And by the way, Jake, a hilarious story. Beth said she wants to get in your brain and figure out how you pick these recipes.
I really do because every time I've been on, there's no common theme because it's
Oh
just.
wait, is this, can I use this spatula? Is that okay?
Yeah, I used it to stir
Okay,
it. Yeah,
okay.
we're good. We're good.
And then, use
A little bit. I can.
there you go.
Okay. I just love it because every time I come and it's a cooking day, you just never know what you're gonna get. And I will say, it's all been so delicious.
This is a curry chicken, Jake. You said curry chicken what now? Now,
There is a method to his madness.
we just found out.
Yeah, it's International Curry Chicken Day. Cheers.
And
curry
cheers
chicken.
to that. Who knew? Okay, let's taste this.
We have 1 minute to cool it off.
It's really hot.
So you feel like you need to rush and take the bite. I just won't do it. Because then I leave with a scalded mouth.
Almost every day. It's so good. Oh, wow.
That is very creamy and very flavorful.
And you know what I would do if I was at home?
What?
Get more sauce from here.
Yeah.
I'm glad we left that extra sauce in there.
Yeah. And I will say, I think if you cooked it down and intensified the sauce just a little bit, I think that would be good. But otherwise, it's really good.
Otherwise, it's super good. So, Beth, let's go down and we usually rate it from 1 to 10.
Okay.
So I need your honest, opinion to the viewers. What do you think?
I would go,
As you just took a bite, I'm so sorry.
as I just took back, I would go with a 6.
Okay.
And I think it's just because I think it needs a little more salt.
Okay. Oh, yes, it does, actually.
And I do think it needs to
Okay.
intensify
There you
a
go.
little
I'm
bit.
giving
What
it
about
a
you?
9, and I'm sticking to it there, guys. Thanks. Until next time, we're dishing it, y'all.
So good.
Today's Dishin' It is sponsored by Price Cutter. Local matters.